There has to be some outreach. There has to be community engagement.
We have a responsibility to empower people.
Yeah, man!
Female athletes are much more likely to be portrayed off the court, out of uniform, and in highly sexualized poses.
What is this doing for women's sport?
What if there were equal coverage for both males and females?
There's a lot of, we don't want to go to the doctor because we don't trust you.
It's a fear that emanates from historical reality.
On many plantations, health care was attended to by veterinarians.
The reality is we're in this together.
There have been a lot of veterans who've integrated back in society. Some haven't gotten that niche yet.
We have the approaches and the technologies to end homelessness. We can do that for every veteran, and we can do that for everyone.
Think of it, you made it across the river, you made it up that greasy hill, and now you're covered in mud, you're freezing cold, and now you have to take a towel. That was really powerful.
And I think I had that fear that I could die, but I thought, I can't do anything about it. I have a job to do.
It was just lately that I realized we were actually making history back then.
Whether it was the war, the civil rights movement, the environmental movement, women's rights, gay rights. Here in Minnesota in the Midwest, it was during the 1970s where that stuff was really coming together.
They help us grow and stay strong, fight disease, and give us lasting energy. But not everyone has access to fresh, healthy foods. Twin Cities Mobile Market is a grocery store on wheels, bringing fresh produce, meats, dairy, and dry goods directly to the neighborhoods that need them most, and at affordable prices.
We've really focused on being really a hub for the community, more than just a restaurant.
And knowing a lot about the ingredients, where they come from, how they were raised, matters.
Evidence collection is a very slow and methodical process. It is not unusual when we have a major case to actually collect hundreds of different pieces of evidence.
I'm not looking at the blood spatter patterns or little hairs, but I'm charged with the body. I look at, does this person have any injuries? Do they look like a healthy person? And then I relay that to law enforcement.
We've seen several ways Minnesotans are doing things differently, from reducing energy use, to creating parks through partnerships, to designing natural areas for a new generation. Altogether, it's part of a much larger effort to deliver government services more efficiently. And there's a lot riding on the outcome.
There are so many artists who make themselves a commitment to art, and they live a life of art, but there are a few artists who live to reach further in a more spiritual way. He lived to be one of those artists who went to the next level.
Disability is natural. Disability is a natural part of life. Why do we make such a big deal out of stuff and treat people as if essentially they're oftentimes second-class citizens, and they end up getting all these services, but they also end up being segregated in the process?
We're pretty easy to work with. It's not like we're looking for gold. We just want to be there and be included.
90% of LGBT older adults fear that they won't be treated the same by healthcare providers.
It's just unacceptable mistreatment because of gender identity.
I was in the psych ward, as you do, and mental illness, it runs in my family. It's still about stigma. When sharing it, I really like feeling I'm not alone, and then you can laugh about it. Boom.